Hey, what's up, guys? This is Neil. Something a bit different for you today. We're going to review an interesting new tool from BASF that I first came across at the SCC Suppliers Day earlier this year in New York. And it's called D'Lite. That's the letter D, L-I-T-E. And you can access it on the web at dliteworld.basf.com. This is not a paid endorsement, okay? I think it's interesting. I think it's cool. I've been playing around with it for a few weeks, and so I just want to share some aspects of it with you. This is going to take a few weeks to cover because I want to keep these videos to 5 minutes. So this week we're just going to look at, of course, the Surfactant Navigator, and in future weeks we'll string this out over a bunch of months. I think we'll cover the other aspects of the tool, which is pretty comprehensive, and I think you'll see there's a lot of work, a lot of data collection and programming gone into this tool, and I think it's interesting and potentially useful for folks out there, and so I just want to draw your attention to it. So from here on in, there's going to be a screen recording of me taking a look at the portal and doing a few analyses on it just to give you an idea of how this thing works. All right, here we go. Okay, so here's the portal, and you can see the different apps on the side here: Emollient, Jockey Emollient, Maestro, Surfactant Navigator, Brand Analytics, Consumer Products, Consumer Insights, Market Insights, Ingredients Revealed, Concept Collection, Trends, Formulation Design, Ingredient Selection, and My Stuff. So of course we're going to jump straight into the Surfactant Navigator here. And for now this just covers the BASF surfactants only, 780 of them. And the surfactant finder, the first thing on the menu, is pretty interesting. You've got a bunch of filters down the side here, which you can apply to kind of narrow down your choice. So first one here is Naturalness. Let's crank that up to, let's say, 90%. So we want something pretty darn natural. And you can hover over each of these and it gives an explanation. Ingredient constraints. Interestingly, they've offered you non-EO based or non-sulfated. So just for fun, let's pick non-sulfated. And there's a whole bunch of foaming stuff. And again, you can hover over each of these and it tells you what it's all about. So I'm going to say I want something with a high rate of foaming. So I'm just going to crank that up there to the top, let's say 20% or so. And more stuff here, interfacial tension, elastic modulus, mean bubble size. That's pretty interesting. So small means a fine, dense foam. So yeah, I'd like a fine, dense foam. So I'm going to push that down there and down into the sort of the lower range. And let's see then what we've got. It recommends 21 options out of the 780. You can then sort those right on any of those criteria, any of the ones, whether you use them or not. So let's just say I want something the most natural. There's 100% natural option. There's a couple of 100% natural options. One is a product, one is a blend, a bunch of blends actually, and so then you can just click on these and get further product information down to, let's just pick one of these. I just clicked on one of the ingredients in the blend. So Plantain 818, it's a cocoa glucoside by Inky Name, and some of the information's only for customers, which of course I am not a customer. You can click here for technical information, pull that into a new tab. And there's your tech data sheet with typical properties, etc. So pretty interesting there. And so let's just go back here. You've got a smart surfactant replacement functionality and a smart surfactant optimizer. I think this is pretty interesting. Let's pick, so compare your benchmark with a solution recommended from the BASF catalog as well. So let's choose our benchmark as SLES, and then it says, all right, fine, but we're going to recommend a more sustainable solution for you. some of these are are SLES containing, but this is a blend. The first one here, Texapon N70, which I believe is an SLES 70%, and Plant Care 818. And what's interesting below there, you've got a couple of comparisons in terms of physical chemistry characteristics, physical and chemical. So you can click on the SLES and the offered alternative, and you can see the similarities and the differences. And then sensorially SLES picked as the standard, and yeah, a huge difference in sensorial characteristics there. Obviously, Texapon N70 is kind of a dead set offset against it because it is SLES. So maybe you don't like that one. Let's pick another one. There's a 75-25 mixture of Dihydon PK45 and Texapon N70, and again you can see the similarities and differences sensorially and physico-chemically. So a lot of stuff here. I've just skimmed over a few of them, and in future editions I'd love to take you through some of these other interesting options on the side in other areas, particularly the formulation related products and consumer insights. So that's it from me at the moment. Okay, so there we are. Pretty interesting, right? I think you'll find it's pretty useful. And as I said, in the future weeks, we're going to go through those other things, which are arguably even more interesting and cool. The Emollient Maestro, the trends, all this stuff. So to access this, and again, it's not a paid endorsement. I guess you've got to contact BASF, whoever you deal with there, and your account rep, whoever that might be. If you don't know who to contact, drop me a line, and I may be able to put you in touch with the right folks. But I think probably most of you have some interaction with them, so I'd rather you just do it yourselves. That's it for this week. Hope you found it interesting. Again, as always, let me know what topics you'd like us to cover in future editions. Thanks again for listening.